What's up, y'all? What's up? NBA today. Preseason basketball start today. Today. Now listen, I'm gonna preface by saying this. I'm a Celtics fan. Through and through, I bleed green, no doubt. You see it. But I am a fan of basketball. I am a fan of basketball. And do I think we're gonna repeat? Absolutely. But do I think it's gonna be easy as it was last year? Not at all. Not at all. Now, everybody healthy, that's a good look for the NBA. So what I'm gonna start by talking about the NBA East today. We're gonna break it down by the East. Now listen, we're gonna break down each team that I think gonna make the playoffs. Me, I'm gonna leave the Celtics for last. I'm gonna go to the Sixers. I think the Sixers got a good chance because, believe it or not, I think Paul George is the modern day Scottie Pippen, and he don't get enough credit for it. Paul George is a modern day Scottie Pippen, for sure, for sure. Tyrese Maxey, he's going to develop to be their closer. I think he's going to be the one closing out a lot of ball games this year. Now, if Embiid healthy, that could be scary. That could be scary. They got depth this year. They got another big man in Drummond that can relieve Embiid, so I think that's going to be a good piece. And Nick Nurse can coach. I got to give him that. Nick Nurse can coach. I got to give him that. Embiid has to be healthy. If Embiid is healthy, he is the common denominator to everything that happens in the East. I got to give him that respect. He's the most dominant big man that we've seen since Shaq. So we got to give him that respect. So now, with that being said, I'm going to the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks, Giannis, you can't count Giannis out. Can't count Giannis out, man. You can't count Giannis out. Dame Lillard, backcourt with Gary Trent Jr., I think it's going to be a good backcourt, a lot of firepower. But the only thing about them, I don't think they could defend anybody. I don't think that backcourt could defend anybody. And I think Chris Middleton might be washed up, or not even washed up on his last leg. I think he might be on his last leg. And I think that's what's hindering the Milwaukee Bucks this year. It's going to be this year. I think they'll fix it next year and the year is going. But I think like they got too many deficiencies. And Brook Lopez, I think he passed his prime. I just think he washed. I ain't gonna hold you. I think he washed. And Bobby Portis don't get enough shots. Last year, Bobby Portis was like second best player, for sure. He was consistent. He didn't get enough shots. So that's why I stand with the Milwaukee Bucks. Then I'm gonna go to the Miami Heat. Miami Heat is the team that I fear the most in the East. I know y'all gonna say I'm crazy. I fear Miami. Miami gave us a headache for years. It's just something about Spoelstra and Miami. They put it together at the right time. They give us a headache for years. Those teams that Jimmy had was not supposed to beat my Celtics in those years. And that's why I say Jimmy Butler is a Hall of Famer. He took the Miami teams to the finals, man. He took them there twice with that team. We're going to look back in years and be like, he took them to the finals twice? No, man. So Miami, that's the team that always give us a headache, and that's a team I'm always looking out for at the side of my eye, no doubt. Now, I'm going to go to the Pacers. The Pacers' style of play, that's good. The style of play is good. Style of play is good. If you're not in shape, or if you don't have it together, the Pacers will run you off the court. But can they stop anybody? That's the whole thing. Can they get stops? I know they can get buckets, but can they get stops? Continuously get stops. Because the head of the attack over there is Halliburton, and Halliburton is not a good defender at all. He's not a good defender. He's definitely not a good defender. And they pick on him. They put him in a pick and roll all the time. He the weak link. They pick on him. So if they can't get a stop, it don't matter how much you score. You have to get a stop. You got to buckle down and get a stop. And is Turner going to shoot jump shots? He's going to put his back to the backseat and get a bucket. I'm not worried about Siakam. Siakam is a good piece on both sides of the basketball. Siakam was a great piece. But Turner and Halliburton have to be able to stop somebody and take good shots when it come down to it. That's it about them. Now I'm going to go to the Knicks. That Cat trade was a big trade. It was. Because I think the Cat pick and roll and Brunson pick and roll can be lethal. But on the other end, right, Cat playing center, is that going to be a liability in the East? Cat playing center, is that a liability in the East? He got to go against some good big men. It's times you're going to see he got to go against Giannis at center. He ain't going to be able to do nothing with a beat at center. It's over. And Cat stays in foul trouble. That's a big, big component in playoff basketball. And Jalen Brunson, I think he's phenomenal. I just think he's too small. It's hard to tell a guard 6 foot, 6'1" to carry a team continuously. He's nice, but he's not AI. Not even close. He's not AI at all. The wing depth y'all got in New York, that's special. Anunoby and Bridges, that's special, no doubt. Josh Hart is going to be wide open every game. Can he constantly hit the three ball, or can he constantly knock the shots down? Because he's going to be open. That's the one they're going to leave open and scheme open a lot. Him and Anunoby, for sure, for sure. Now look, I'm going to go to Orlando. Orlando is a sleeper. Banchero is the real deal. Real deal. They got length, they got size, they got pace of play, and they defend. They're going to be a tough out. They're going to be a tough out. And Banchero feels as though he can play with anybody now, so that's going to be a scary look. So you can't sleep on Orlando. I thought Orlando last year was like 1 year behind, but I think this year they're going to be a headache for everybody in the East. No doubt. Watch out for them. Cavaliers. Cavaliers backcourt, they just don't do it for me. They could get buckets, but they can't stop nobody. They can score with the best of them, no doubt. They can score with the best of them, but they never found their way yet. They remind me of Tatum and Brown years ago, where it was, you get yours, but they never found a way to get theirs together. I think that's the Cavaliers suffering from. And Evan Mobley, I thought he was going to take the jump, but he ain't take the jump yet. When I looked at him, I'm like, he could beat Kevin Garnett a little bit, but he just didn't show me Kevin Garnett yet. So that's the thing with the Cavaliers, the downfall. I think Darius Garland might be the one you got to trade to go get you a bigger guard. Maybe he don't score that much, but maybe he can facilitate, play some defense, and let Donovan Mitchell do him, and Evan Mobley just go ahead and take that step. Until we see that, I don't see the Cavs as a threat. It's just my opinion. You feel me? Now, we're going to go to my Celtics, and this is the reason why I think that we're going to repeat. One, we have the most versatile lineup in basketball. The most versatile lineup in basketball, meaning that everybody on this floor can get a bucket, and everybody on our floor is not a liability on defense. We can defend and we can get a bucket. For sure, for sure. We got basketball IQ and we got basketball EQ, and we showed it last year. We didn't get emotional last year when we was down in the playoffs and games like that. All we did was stuck to the script. In years past, we go off schedule, meaning like Brown tried to save us and Tatum tried to save us. Even times Marcus Smart was trying to save us, and we didn't suffer from that identity crisis last year. And that's the reason why I think the Celtics are going to repeat again. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because people are going to be healthy. People are going to be healthy. But we got to take into consideration, we was one of our big dogs too. Porzingis wasn't there the whole playoff time. 20-7? Come on, man. Porzingis got the best stats on post-ups. He's the most efficient in the league. And he was the best rim protector around the league. The stats show it. So we just didn't lose a regular piece. We lost a big piece. But we are not the same team as before. We don't go into panic mode. Every time we got tight games before, we go into panic mode and we start doing some erratic stuff. That's why we never had an identity. But this year and last year, we have that. So, like I said before, we have the most versatile lineup in basketball. Any style of play you want to play, we can play. And the icing on the cake is wingmen win finals. We got the best wing duo in the league, hands down, no doubt. They get buckets, they can defend, and they are making the right decision now. They have grown up right before our eyes. Drew Holiday at the point guard position, he make everything nice, calm, and steady. Derek White, he does not hurt you. He played basketball the right way. And if you want to win a chip, that's what you have to do. Our front office, Brad Stevens, and then our coach, Joe Mazzulla, they on the same page. They are lock and step together. And until that change, I think Boston Celtics will win the chip again this year. Now, listen, to just give you a little preview of the East, I'm about to watch the Celtics game. Coach Gibson TV, I'll be coming at you more NBA. I holler at y'all. Water.